Hey guys, it's me, Stella Sims 101, and welcome back to Let's Play The Sims 4 Big Sister Challenge, part 40 something. So basically, I recorded two parts, and my microphone didn't record, so that was great, and these parts were actually one of the most important parts, I'd say, of this LP, so it's really frustrating that my mic did not record, but basically, I'm just gonna give you guys a little recap. Chad and Claire went out on a little date, and they had just an amazing time together, and, you know, as I mentioned, I was ready for them to kind of get their stuff together, and he finally got the urge to propose to her, and she said yes. So it was really romantic. They were out on the island bluffs, and it was very romantic. They had a bonfire going, the ocean scenery, beautiful, beautiful. So yeah. And then after, you know, a bit of talking, this was kind of through his, I wouldn't necessarily say it's a bad influence. Oh yeah, they went in, and I'm pretty sure they woohooed like 3 or 4 times the nasties. It was a little intense how many times they woohooed, but I think I only showed once because I'm not trying to scar you guys. But basically, they were just, you know, I don't think they have woohooed. I think they've woohooed before. But they were just so, you know, in love with the moment, and they were just in it in the moment and everything, and it felt right, I guess. So they just went in a bush and done diddly done it. So, yeah, that happened. And basically, he kind of convinced her. I wouldn't say this is necessarily his bad influence, but you know, they're so in love with each other, and they're very spontaneous and passionate about each other. I feel like his influence has definitely like kind of brought that on her, in my opinion, where he kind of convinced her, hey, let's get married today because we love each other, and he couldn't wait to spend the rest of his life with her, which I thought was really cute. So they spent the day together, and then afterwards gathered the entire family, except for his family. Sorry, Chad. They gathered all of her family, and did a private wedding. They obviously, I guess they just can't see them doing a private wedding, which is kind of unfortunate, but it was, you know, the thought that counts. So they were all there, but they weren't, you know, actually celebrating, but it's fine. So they got married, you guys, and, you know, they, through Chad's influence, they didn't need to throw a big fancy wedding. They loved each other, and that's all that matters, and I can totally respect that. So, yeah, they just decided to get hitched at sunset with the bonfire in the background, and it was really cute. And then all of a sudden they came across an old man swimming in the hot springs, because after the wedding they decided to go over to the hot springs and just kind of swim around as a family, as a new family. And they came across this old man, and Claire decided to chat him up because, you know, old men. And found out that this old man, yes, that is right, ladies and gentlemen, this old man just happened to be Mr. Raymond Scott. So that's right, he has finally made his appearance. Sierra and Claire's dad has finally been added to this LP, and I have been getting asked this question since part 1. What happened to their father? And he has actually been living in Windenburg this entire time, and he hasn't actually known that they have been so close to him, and he's been searching for them for a long time, like a long time, just trying to find his daughters and try to reconnect with them, because he did love them. Like, don't get it twisted, he did love them so much. But sadly, he was not faithful to Barbara, their mother, rest in peace. That is actually why she took the kids and left, is because Barbara decided one day to surprise him and just kind of, surprise the husband at work. It was gonna be fun. They could have a little romantic dinner date just between the husband and wife. She went over to his work and she found him having an affair with his boss, which, that's absolutely terrible. But she saw that, and the boss actually saw Barbara, witness it, and the boss is actually happy that the wife had found out so that she could have Raymond all to herself. However, after that, Barbara, that's when she took the kids straight out of their beds and ran away with them, because she couldn't stand being in the same house as someone who was unfaithful to her. So that's basically the story, and there's actually a big part missing. Claire had actually known about this affair for the longest time, and practically, I want to say, a good couple months before everyone else found out. So she kind of was, when she was, a little girl, she couldn't sleep one night, so she was trying to, find some way to go to sleep. So she was like, oh, I'm going to go downstairs, make myself some more milk, and then go to bed. She walked downstairs, and in her living room were her boss and her dad kissing, and she couldn't believe what she was seeing. She was a little girl, so she just did not know what to do with herself. She immediately, when she saw it, she ran right back upstairs, climbed into bed, and she just, at that point, she couldn't sleep for months. She couldn't sleep until her mom removed her from the house, and it was just very terrible. So, when Claire saw that, and when she went back to bed, she decided that she did not want to tell anyone, not even Sierra, because it was just, she wanted everything to go back the way it was before her dad cheated on her mom. She didn't want anything to ruin. She didn't want them to get divorced or anything. She just really wanted them to have a happy family again. And so she just decided to keep it to herself. A little child, she was very mature for her age, and just decided to keep it to herself to try to keep her family together. But, which did not work. And Raymond finally figured out that present day, Claire was going to get married, and he wanted to be there in a sense because it was one of his daughter's weddings. He already missed Sierra's wedding, which he suffers and is pained by every day. So he decided to, I guess, somewhat just kind of watch from the shadows. He actually wasn't planning on meeting them that day. It was all Claire, who just wanted to talk to an old man sitting in a hot springs. But, yeah, and then after Claire found out that she was talking to her dad, she kind of she wasn't mean to him, and she was not nice to him. She just swam right out of that hot springs and went right home. She just could not bear to look at his face, because when she saw his face, all she could remember was how he cheated on her mom and ruined their family. And in a sense, she kind of blames him for her mother dying. because her mother, we don't exactly know what she suffered from. It could have been a broken heart. You never know what someone's, going through on the inside. Of course, when Barbara left, she wasn't showing anything wrong, but who knows how she was feeling on the inside. And then Sierra found out from Claire right before she left that was their father. And Sierra went over to him and just gave it to him, just yelled at him for abandoning them. How could he show his face now on one of Claire's happiest days of her life? How could he do that to her and just kind of ruin the entire day, So she just really gave it to him. But at the end of the day, I really do feel like out of Sierra and Claire, Sierra would be the one to kind of reconnect with their father, because Sierra doesn't know. Like, she's a little bit oblivious to the fact that he cheated on the mother and that Claire knew about it all along. And Raymond actually doesn't even know that Claire knew all along. So yeah, Sierra at this point, I have a feeling that she is mad right now, of course. That's just kind of her first instinct, is to be mad at him and to hate him for what he did to their family. But at the end of the day, she doesn't know that he cheated, and I'm not sure if he's ever going to tell her. And I'm sure Claire may or may not tell her sister. I'm not quite sure, but basically, that's that. So I think that's, at the end of the day, Sierra will be the one to actually become friends with their father and welcome him into his life. Definitely not into her life. Definitely not at the moment, but I'm sure after the heat goes down, everything settles for Sierra, she won't be as, uninclined to talk to him. So, yeah, that's basically the biggest thing that has happened in this part. Basically, their father surfaced, and he has actually been looking for them for so long. Basically, after the mother left, he came home that night. It was 1 o'clock in the morning or something. And he found that everyone was gone. And at that moment, he knew. He knew that Barbara found out. At that point, he knew that she knew about his affair. So he just didn't know what to do with himself. And at that point, the woman he was having an affair with, his boss, she became very controlling and was trying to just, make him all of hers type of thing. She was very controlling and very just mean, and he was not going to stand for it, so he actually quit his job and broke up with whatever that thing was that he had with the woman. And his heart just became devoted to finding out what happened to their family and where they were, because he did love them. I'm not gonna deny that he did love their family a lot. And, he just wanted to see them happy, and he wanted to still be a part of their family. So he kept searching and searching, and to this day, he is unemployed, and he has not been remarried or anything, because he has become hopelessly devoted to Barbara, even though she is passed. And I'm actually not sure if he knows or not that she has passed. So it's a mess, you guys. It's a mess, but I'm sure as these LP parts go on, it'll unmess. it'll clear itself out a little bit. But yeah, let's just hop right back into the gameplay. Okay, so hey guys, welcome back. So you guys probably just saw that entire backstory of the entire family. That is the completed backstory, and here we are back with the entire Scott household, or hold it, whatever you want to call it. You want to call it by, like, whatever. And I thought this was an appropriate time to kind of get back to you guys with, because Claire, everyone else is asleep. You know, Sierra, she's a little bit unsettled with the whole entire news of everything, but she's there's their homework. Oh, why is it under the bed? Okay, sorry. You know, Sierra was unsettled with the whole entire situation, but she was, you know, able to go to sleep and not be up thinking about it all night like Claire. Claire is very, very, very upset with everything that has happened now, and she just cannot sleep, so she is browsing the web, probably trying to find anything she can out about her father from the interwebs, and yeah, stuff like that. So officially, Chad is now a part of the household, and yeah, so they're married. They're married, guys. It's crazy, I know. And this actually isn't the night after their wedding. It's like a day or two later, because I actually recorded like 2 parts after their marriage and stuff. But she's just married. The promise of a lifetime of companionship would make any sim happy. So she's happy about being married, and she's happy that she has someone here to support her during this time. But, you know, she's still really, really messed up with everything about her father. She's got some zaddy issues. Some real like long-stemmed ones as well, because, you know, like I said, she does kind of blame him for their mother's death, because if he didn't cheat, then they wouldn't have left, and if they wouldn't have left, then her mother wouldn't have died, you know what I'm saying? So in that respect, she kind of blames him, and at this point, I'm not sure if Claire's ever going to be able to forgive him, if they're ever going to be able to have any sort of relationship before he dies, because he is a elder, so who knows how long he's going to be living. I don't think she's kind of, her emotions, she's not putting them all towards anger like Sierra did. She's kind of just not wanting to see him ever. She just does not want to see his face. She doesn't want to talk to him. She is in complete and utter just hate for him, but not really anger, you know what I'm saying? Like, she just doesn't respect him, and just kind of doesn't want to ever talk to him. So when I recorded a couple parts, Chad had actually kind of stepped into the situation, even though it's not necessarily his part. Him and Josh are kind of on the same page about their feelings about the father. And their feelings are that he did a terrible, terrible thing, and they don't blame the girls for wanting to not talk to him and wanting to not see him and just being mad at him and stuff. But they feel like if they don't talk to their father, you know, he's been out of their life for so long, and he's finally here. Who knows how much time he has left? So they may regret it if they don't talk to him about everything and try to get like his side type of thing. That's how both of them feel, and both of them want the girls to talk to him. But Josh over here, they're both really nice about it. Like, they're not too mean about it, if you get what I'm saying. So Josh, he wants Sierra, he's more focused on Sierra. Of course he cares about Claire, but he wants Sierra to talk to their father, but he's such a nice guy. Like, he's so nice of a guy that he doesn't want to hurt Sierra. So he's kind of torn between wanting Sierra to talk to her father and wanting to not see Sierra get hurt. So he cares obviously more about not seeing Sierra get hurt, so he wasn't the one to initiate the father coming over. Chad, on the other hand, he is obviously a little bit more daring. He isn't afraid of getting a little backlash from anyone. So, you know, he's not necessarily doing this for Claire because he kind of gets that she just will not talk to him for right now. But baby steps, he invited Raymond over a couple of times, and Sierra actually, she was still mean to him. He knows that both of the daughters can't stand him right now, but Chad is trying to get them to take some baby steps towards becoming somewhat of a family again. He's trying to get to know Raymond a little bit, and he's invited them over a few times just because he just, you know, it's their last part of the family, so he wants to see them have that sort of family bond. But yeah, I'm sorry how this part has been pretty much all explanations. It's just so much happened, you guys, when it comes to their father and everything related to that. A lot happened, so I am sorry that this part was just full on me explaining to you guys what happened, because it was big, hard stuff, you know? That's what she said. So yeah, I just wanted to clarify that with you guys, and yeah, I am going to end the part here. I'm sorry that this was just all explanations. I am so sorry about that. But if you enjoyed this part, don't forget to leave a thumbs up. I'm kind of excited to see what's gonna happen, and I hope you guys are too. I think it's good that he's finally surfaced his way into this LP. Like I said, I've been getting asked this question since part 1, what happened to the father, and now you guys know. I have had this backstory written out for like almost a year, I want to say. So to have this finally surface is great for me. It feels great to have this all out in the open now. So yeah, if you enjoyed, don't forget to leave a thumbs up and comment down below and subscribe if you would like to. I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.